very often I do that in the evening. But there is still a little bit of coffee left in this thing from this morning. Anyway, what I want to do here this evening is a sprue review. We already did our box opening, so this won't be a box or package opening. What I want to do is look at the various items, at least in a way of interest to me. Like, what is the quality of the molding? Like, how bad is the flashing? How good is the detail on some of the little parts? How good is the detail on the planking on the deck and stuff like that? I think the best thing to do here is to start with the largest pieces and work our way down to the smallest ones. And obviously the largest is the hull. Now, there are pieces larger than this, but I was thinking that maybe what we'll try to do, and I haven't done it yet, is we'll just fit this together. And this is the first time I've done it, so this is going to be either really good or really bad. And it could be it won't go together unless we do a little bit of nipping. Yes, I can see it's not going to go together because there's flashing here that has to be removed. But that's okay. It'll sort of give us an idea. Well, not really. I was hoping to put this together and shove it in place here, but if we can't get this all the way together, it's not going to really go, is it? But I will assume that the deck will fit on the top of it. Okay. We'll know in a year when we actually go to do it. I'm not going to do any building tonight. I'm not going to put this together. Because I got to take these little tabs out here. I don't know if you can see that. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm starting to get into detail that isn't important. Anyway, I don't know what the best way is to show this piece, except maybe just sort of swing it around in front of the camera and turn it around, and I'll just recompose here. Now I am seeing what appears to be some sort of a texturing. It's not smooth plastic, and yet on the other hand, the inside looks much the same as this, so I don't know. There are absolutely no rivets. Now maybe on this ship there was no rivets. Some sort of detailing going on there. I guess maybe that's for the waterline marking. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we get there. Let's move this out of the way here. I think that this is going to be all right. It seems to be. I'm not noticing anything really wrong there. Okay. Let's just slowly bring our hull forward here. And I guess that is possibly mold release. We got some portholes going on there. They're not really definitive. Absolutely no rivets. I know this is probably going out of focus on you. Let's just turn it over here very gently. Okay, I think we probably, as I like to say, we probably beat this to death. Let's move on now. Let's look at the deck that goes on here. Now, I don't think the detailing is any better or worse than anything else we've had. It seems to be quite good, actually. I can see where this could probably lend itself quite nicely to deck tan and panel line accent color. If it was done properly, I think it would probably look pretty good. Maybe not as good as actual wooden decking, but it'd probably be pretty good. Now, being as we're only doing 30 frames a second here, I'll try to do as little movement as possible. Or in other words, I will move and then I will stop. Otherwise, it's just going to be one big blurry gray blob. I'm happy with that. I think it's going to look nice. And here we have the next largest piece. And I'm going to reposition the camera. We'll look at that from the side. And next largest. More deck detailing, that's nice. And this will be those same two pieces again, sort of a side view, if I can keep my hand out of the light. And the other one, not as much detail on the other one, but this is the A sprue. Now, I'm not going to go in alphabetical order. It's just a coincidence that I grabbed this one and it happens to be the A sprue, or A piece. It's not really on a sprue at all. Very little flashing that has to be taken off of it. And the C sprue. Now we're going to go in order of size. I guess the F sprue is the next largest sprue. And these pieces on the outside here are actually parts. This would be the stabilizer keel that goes on the side of the hull. And there's fairly nice detailing going on here. These are the you remember I was talking about where the two of the propellers plugged into plastic parts? Well, that's what these are. They go on the propeller shaft goes in the back here, and I guess you can figure that out. Okay, the F sprue. There's only one. Now this is the U sprue. I never made a label for it because it's so obvious. And I remember the first time I saw these, I forget which kit it was, I thought that this was a cradle for mounting the ship on. But they're not. It's the bulkheads that go in the hull to strengthen the sides of the hull. Now there are 2 K sprues. And we've got 3 P sprues. And we've got 4 M sprues. I guess this is the ammo. Or maybe not. Now there are 10 of these sprues. This is the N sprue. I'm noticing some nice detailing on some of this stuff. I'm not noticing any excess of flashing on anything. The very small parts look okay. I don't know if we maybe should stick the macro lens on and look at some of this. We've made these guns before for the I think these were the 20 millimeter, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're what they call the 20 millimeter on the Rodney. They look almost identical. Anyway, just sort of thinking out loud here again. Okay, we got I think that's pretty much it for the sprues. We just got some really small parts to look at, and I'll just sort of recompose, and we'll do that. Now I think the best way to show these is just put them on the rotator here and very slowly rotate them. There's 10 of these, by the way. I think they're part of the end sprue, and yet they were packaged separately. There's 2 of these. Now, I stand corrected on that. I found another package of the same thing. Now I'm just going to leave the propeller shafts in the package. If I don't, they're just going to roll around. Nothing special. Now there's 2 of these. And here we go. This is sheet B. G. And our railing, sheet A. There's 2 of them. And there are 2 C frets. And there are 2 E frets. Now I have to correct myself again. There were actually 3 E frets, but there's only 2 Ds. And this is it for the photo etch. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll be seeing you later.